Hey, good morning, Flower. It is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. Let's go ahead and stand for our morning announcements, beginning with our pledge. We are standing, our right hands over our hearts, and we are ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, you may go ahead and be seated. All right, it is Wednesday and it is our early release day. It is also our sports slash holiday hat slash sports hat day. Regardless of whatever you want to call it, it looks like we are all in great spirits. Love seeing all of us dressed up, and I'm about to get changed into my costume in just a little bit. And so we want to make sure that we are following all the rules that comes along with Spirit Week. Remember, if you are not participating, please wear your uniform. If you are someone who is participating, you gotta be all in. So let's make sure we give it our best shot every single day. Make sure you read those descriptions over with your folks at home. That way you come in knowing exactly what to wear and which day. I've seen some people mix up some days this week. Tomorrow is pajama day, so let's make sure that we're coming in our PJs. And just a reminder, please wear shoes. You are not allowed to wear slippers or flip-flops, anything on the matter. They have to be shoes that tie up. Let's go ahead and keep that in mind. Let's also go ahead and keep in mind that there are no hoodies on campus, whether it's a Spirit Week, dress down day, any old day, hoodies are not permitted on campus, and that goes for all students K through 8. I know that there's some of us that look more adorable than others in hoodies, but we need to make sure that we are transitioning from hoodies over to sweaters and over to crew neck sweatshirts. All right, Flower, let's move on to our next announcement. Our next announcement is something that your teachers and our staff members at Flower already know about, but you need to know because we need for it to continue, and that is our attendance. For the fourth time this school year, you heard me right, fourth time this school year, AMS Flower is at the top of the network as number one with our attendance rate. We need to make sure that that stays that way. Let's make it a fifth time, a sixth time, a seventh time, and so forth. Let's go ahead and be here all day, every day. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and be on time all day, every day to all of our classes. Our attendance is so important. It impacts so many things. When you are here, you don't miss out. When you're here, you get to see all the important things that happen at AMS Flower on a daily basis. Your teachers have lessons that they've worked so hard to prepare for you. There's going to be learning that you miss out on if you are not here. Let's continue this. This is amazing. We are at the top. We are number one for the fourth time this school year, and that's including all AMS schools, Phoenix and Tucson included. Many of our teachers, as we wrap up the week, are having quizzes and assessments and projects, all sorts of things to wrap up the semester with. You need to make sure that you have studied and prepared for these things. Let's make sure that our homework is turned in. Let's make sure we're participating in class. Let's make sure we're here. I just said that a moment ago. We need to make sure our attendance is spot on. And we've also got to make sure that we're making up work just in case there comes a day we miss school. So let's get it done. We have less than 2 days for you to get this turned in and turned around. Let's go, Flower. As I'm walking down the halls of Flower, there are so many beautiful bulletin boards, so many pieces of brilliant student artwork. We need to make sure that it is protected. So please keep our hands to ourselves as we are walking down the hall. We need to make sure that our boards stay intact, meaning that there's no damage, there's nothing wrong with them. They are just like we found them. Let's make sure we do this all day, every day, and that is one way we show power. All right, our winter carnival is coming up, and that is on Thursday, December 16th after school. Let's make sure that we bring our friends, family, and loved ones to the event. We need to make sure that we come out to support AMS Flower because this is our first winter carnival since 2019. We can't wait for it. We are going to need for you to show up and bring everyone you know. We've also want to remind you all, take this opportunity right now, Friday, December 17th, there is no school. No school on Friday, December 17th. Let's keep that in mind and remember to tell your folks at home. Let's make sure we're washing our hands with warm water and soap for 20 seconds when we go to the restroom. I think there's a common saying out there, it's basically like singing the happy birthday song twice. Let's go ahead and do that each and every time we use the restroom. And let's also use that hand sanitizer. Let's make sure that we are being really extra careful and mindful of the physical interaction that we have. I know at recess it's tempting to play tag and it's fun to run up to a friend that you haven't seen in a while, give them a great big hug, but we want to limit that to none. I know that sounds strange, and I had to stop walking because it sounds strange. Don't hug, don't play tag. We are in a season of life right now where things are really tricky, folks. We've got to make sure that we are being safe above all else, and so please limit that contact. We want to make sure that you are safe and that you are healthy. Right now, there's a lot of things going on. I started to mention it yesterday. Not only do you have the typical cold and flu season, but you've got COVID, you've got all sorts of variants now. There are things that are really impacting us in a serious way, and we've got to stop, we've got to take note, and we've got to change some of our habits. Remember last week with the germs and Mrs. Matichek's class, with the science club of Dug Up, we've got to make sure that we pay attention to that. If you need to rewatch that video, go for it. Let's go ahead and wash our hands and stay safe and stay distant from one another. That doesn't mean you can't be friends. Just keep your physical distance. All right, Flower, let's go ahead and make it a great Wednesday. The choice is always ours. Bye-bye.